no silliness, no jokes today, because we've got the serious business of a West Asian Football Federation Championship semi-final. It's Bahrain, and I don't want to make Kuwait any longer. Oh, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dodgy Gamer, International Manager of Mystery, managing obscure nations so you don't have to. And today it is semi-final time. We are playing Kuwait in the WAFF Championship semi-final for a place in the final, funnily enough, where UAE lie in wait, having beaten Saudi Arabia in the first semi-final earlier today, beating the hosts in their own stadium. We are playing at the King Abdullah Sports City, Shining Jewel, great name for a stadium, and I believe the location for this year's greatest Royal Rumble. Hopefully we won't be sliding under the ring by accident. We're going to get straight into it, as there's confirmation there of UAE's victory earlier today. Looks like it was straightforward one for them. Saudi Arabia scoring early and late, but UAE doing the business in the middle portion of the match. So Kuwait are, well, I think Kuwait are favourites for this. The game thinks we are favourites for this, but look, they're in excellent form. They're on a win streak. They're ranked higher than us. Let's have a look. So they're ranked 112th to our 127th. Not a huge difference maybe, but if you look at their form, they've won all their group matches. They won both their warm-up matches. They did have a run of tough opponents in friendlies where they lost out a bit. They didn't do so great at the Arab Nations Cup, but I still say they're favourites today. Getting my excuses in early anyway. So here we go. We're going with our 4-3-3 formation. Again, just going with fit players where possible. Defence seem to be struggling for fitness somewhat. Anyway, we've got flat back four. We've got our Sanad in goal. We're going with these three in the middle, so it's similar to a formation that I have used with Gençler Birliği, my Breaking the Big Three series, plug. But a few differences. So we're going with an anchorman here, we're going with an advanced playmaker here, we've got inside forwards on the wings, and then we've got Jassim up front as a poacher, which seems to have been effective with him so far. I'm bringing in this guy, Hussein Mohammed, who hasn't played much at all yet. As you can see, he's the only player who's on full fitness at the moment. Assertively, we're going to tell them, go out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. That's weird, yeah, the game do say we're favourites. I spoke to the players in the team meeting beforehand like we're underdogs, and they were all happy about that, saying they definitely agreed that we're underdogs. So I don't know where the game has got this idea from, that we could be favourites. Anyway, Kuwait in the blue with the white sleeve, and Bahrain in our traditional red. Okay then, first highlight here, and it's Kuwait on the attack. They're looking to exploit the left wing, bringing it into the centre now, and they bring it to Nasir. Nasir knocks it back out to Karmish on the left. He kind of backtracks a bit, but we're not really pressing them for the ball that much. I'll have to check the closing down, but Kuwait seem to be playing with their backs to the goal a lot, but we've managed to dispossess them here, and then we've given it straight back to them. Well done, you. And the ball goes wide of the goal, so we've just about survived that one. They're definitely in better physical shape than us. They've only got this one player here, the attacking midfielder, Al-Harbi, who doesn't look too fit, but everyone else is in the 80s, where we've got players down in the 60s and low 70s already. But here we go. Abdullah's got the ball. What are you going to do, Abdullah? Do not give it away. Good. You've played it to one of your own teammates. Mohammed, Abdullah. Back to Mohammed. No Rashids, but we've got our Mohammeds this time. Mohammed knocks one forward. Abdullah is going to get the cross in. Yeah, he takes a touch. Oh, and Jassim thunders a header onto the crossbar. And that was the best chance of the game. First chance for us, but the best chance of the game so far. It's quality over quantity here, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Kuwait now looking to build from the back. We've got to get this ball off them. We are definitely not living up to that favourites tag, but they are definitely living up to what I was expecting of them. They're definitely a stronger team than us, but we've just got to hold out in defence. That's not holding out in defence. Alanezi with the goal there. You can't say it hasn't been coming. So yes, here we go. They've got their wingers cutting inside nicely, and then they just thread in the through ball. He gets around the back of our defender there, and they've taken the lead. I'm going to have to look into some changes at halftime, but it looks like our West Asian Championship run could be coming to an end here, and oh dear, we just conceded another. That's 2 goals in quick succession. Thankfully, it's been disallowed, though. There was an offside. That could be crucial. Wow, huge stadium, this one. We've got the old blimp view there. Definitely telling the team that that was disappointing. Show me something else in the second half. Why is this guy looking stressed? Just, you know... Okay, I'll say I believe in you. He still looks stressed. Right, I'm not making any subs for now. I never make subs at halftime unless it's an injury or someone having a complete shocker, like on a 5.5 or something. Okay, here we go. It's a free kick for us. Mohammed to Al-Salimi. Al-Salimi is taking his time. Not much urgency in his play, but okay. The patient build-up almost worked there. Kambar gets it to Mohammed. Knocks it out to the other Mohammed. What's he going to do with it? He knocks it into Nabil. Al-Salimi. Are we going somewhere with this? No, we're giving the ball away to Kuwait. That was not good. And then I do not like where this is going from here. Okay, we dealt with that first ball forward, but we've got to deal with the second one now. We've got to get this back off them. Oh dear, they're in way too much space. And what started out as a promising attack for us now sees us 2 goals down. Let me just have a look at the analysis. So you see Kuwait, they're definitely having a lot of joy. So kind of left central, centre left. They seem to be enjoying that. We're having a little bit of joy on the left wing, so let's work on that a bit. So on our left side, that's Kambar, isn't it? We're going to make him a bit more attacking, and we're going to tell the team to exploit that left flank a bit more. We're going to take off play out of defence. I don't know why I had that on anyway. Let's make our passing a bit more direct, and we'll be a bit more expressive. Let's get them running at the defence a bit. We'll keep on, look for the overlap for now. So he's going to be a deep line playmaker there. And then we'll keep you on as a Calero. Okay, I'll get that right one of these days. And you'll be an attacking advanced playmaker from there. All right, and we're going to go more attacking. We're just going to go for it. It's a semi-final after all. Let's look into making some substitutions once those have kicked in. Kambar is not having a great game. So I'm thinking we'll bring on Al-Romaili in his place. Do we have someone we could bring up front maybe? Or I'm going to take off Mohammed actually. Take off Mohammed and put on Mohammed. He can go into that shadow striker role, which I've become a little bit fond of recently. And we're going to tell the team to push forward. Come on, let's get back into this. A goal now, and it won't be beyond us. We've given the ball away. Concede a goal now and it will be beyond us. But good. Oh, Saeed, what was that? That was great track back to pick up the ball. Oh my God. That was a great interception there to pick up the ball. And then he just passed it to them in the centre. Look at that. He picked the ball up there and... Oh dear. Oh dearie me. This is worse than I thought. I mean, I wasn't expecting to win, to be honest. But I also wasn't expecting to be this poor. We've only had 2 shots in the entire match. But the players are knackered. They've run themselves into the ground. Kuwait is simply a better conditioned team. A fitter team. And our West Asian Championship campaign is going to end here. But we've exceeded expectations. There's a disappointing performance. Deary me. This team really need to work on the accuracy of their passing. Disappointing performance on the night. However, we were expected to go out in the group stage, so fair enough. I'll still tell them it was disappointing. But overall, for the tournament, we've got to be happy. So it will be Kuwait and UAE in the final. I do not believe there's a third place playoff. I hope there isn't, because I used to like third place playoffs, but now I think they're quite pointless. And here's the final of the West Asian Championships. UAE were the eventual winners, winning in a penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw. Late equaliser for them as well, stoppage time, equaliser, and then they were just the better team when it came to the spot kicks, although Kuwait dominated the game if you look at the stats. It was with their only shot on target that UAE equalised. What a shame we couldn't put in that kind of performance against Kuwait. Anyway, that final was held 48 hours after our semi-final. We would have been dead if we'd had to play in that. It's one thing I will say, as in terms of an excuse for the semi-final. Kuwait did have 2 days more rest than us ahead of that semi-final. We only had 48 hours after our final group game. They had 4 days. Anyway, here's the overall review of the tournament. UAE are the winners, and they were the big overachievers, with Saudi Arabia the big underachievers. Only got to the semi-final. What an underachievement. And the Bahrain players are off back to their clubs. No message from the FA. Well, they didn't give me any expectations for the tournament, so they're not going to give an appraisal of my performance. The Asian Cup is up next. In fact, the date for naming the squad is a mere 8 days away. That's coming up on the 23rd of December, so not much time for the players to rest. It's just a case of, go home, relax a bit, spend a bit of time with your families, and then get back here, get on the plane to Korea, and we're going for the AFC Asian Cup. Just to remind you, in case you've forgotten, you won't be able to see this here because of the positioning of my webcam, but we are in Group F. I'll bring it up from the schedule here. We're in Group F with Singapore, Iran, and Lebanon. So we'll be looking for results in our first and final group stages to ensure we get through. The Asian Cup has changed a bit. It's become a bit like the European Championships, and it's 24 teams. So there are 4 third-place teams going through. So a win and a draw would probably be enough to take us into the second round, which is the expectation of the FA. I've lined up some friendlies in the meantime, so we're going to play Hong Kong on New Year's Eve, and then South Korea playing in the place of the tournament, and then we're playing Suwon, the club side, before the tournament begins. So we'll definitely be showcasing Singapore and Iran probably in the next episode, as we have our first ever full-on continental championship in this career. And one thing I forgot to show you in all the excitement of getting the new job with Bahrain, or the possibility of shaking Djibouti. The 2022 World Cup, Brazil were the winners. They beat Netherlands 2-0 in the final, played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, because of course FM always changes the location of the 2022 World Cup, and I wonder at what point in the game they're actually going to implement the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, taking place in December. Probably a coding nightmare for them, just to have a one-off World Cup like that. So, thank you very much for watching. Despite the disappointment of that semi-final defeat, we will approach the Asian Cup with cautious optimism. We're going to get through that group stage and then just see how far we can go from there. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, leave us a comment. I am Dodgy Gamer, International Manager of Mystery. See you in South Korea.